Yo. What's happening with it? What's happening with it? Y'all already know what it is. You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. What's happening with everybody? Let some people get in the building. Make sure as you come in the building, you hit the like button. Hit the like button because we definitely finna cook today. Yeah, I'm about to cook today. We got the Queen Sheena in the building. What's going on with it, Sheena? Ash Nudie in the building. What's happening with it? Mike Biggs boxing in the building. What it do? Jason in the building. Rick Timms in the building. What's happening with it, Rick? Specs in the building. What's happening with it? Yeah. Brian Bradley in the building. Yes, sir. Yeah. Make sure that y'all hit that like button as you come in because we definitely gonna cook today. Zulu Line, what it do? What it do? Yeah. We finna cook today for sure, for sure. Yeah. Who else we got in the building? Grassroots, what it do? What it do? We got a lot to cook on today. Excited to come in here today and cook with y'all about this boxing. You know, we had a little bit going on this weekend. Wasn't too much popping, but you know, Shock Foster. Yeah, Shock did his thing this weekend. And I knew he was gonna do it. I knew Shock had it in him. You know, shout out to old Shocky Foster, man. If y'all haven't followed his story, y'all go check his story out. He got a hell of a story. You know, he went through a lot. You know, he went through his mother dying at 12 years old. You know, then he lost his grandmother that was taking care of him. He was on the streets. Like, Shocky went through a lot. So, man, salute to him. Shout out to him for going through all of that, being able to get back on his feet. One point he was facing, 20 years. He was facing 20 years in the pen. And, yeah, he done made it through all of that, and now he a champion. So, much deserved. Much deserved. Jason says, we'll get into that in a little bit. We'll get into that. Definitely we're going to get into that. Rick Tam says, I just finished on my workout, ETB. Still waiting for them to send that contract. I think Jake is ducking, man. Oh, man, you think Jake Paul ducking you? Hey, and salute once again to Rick. Speak said, shock the world. He made that man look like a rookie. Yeah. I almost forgot what we was talking about, dog. I'm like, who you talking about? Oh, yeah, he definitely did, man. Shock, man. But like I said, I seen it in him. And like he had said before on the Brian Custer podcast, it's like, this dude ain't never fought nobody like me. He used to fight other fighters that's gonna stand in front of him, right? And let him get off on him. He ain't never fought nobody that, got footwork and can move and all of that. Oh, yeah, so I'm gonna be coming on at this time every day now. Yeah. I ain't early. This is the time I'm gonna be coming on. I know they really not getting my notifications out like that right now, but we definitely gonna be cooking. You know what I'm saying? JT SOG 513, what's happening with it? Tim Bradley, he says, and duck Terence Crawfish. Hey, y'all ain't wasting no time today, huh? And like I said, if you're coming in the building, smash that like button. If you're already in the building and it ain't hit the like button, smash the like button. But the Super Bowl, Man, what a hell of a Super Bowl last night. That was a hell of a Super Bowl. Hell of a Super Bowl. That's a Super Bowl that you can really say either team could have won, but me personally, I thought that the Eagles, I thought they should have won the game. You know, a couple of plays, jacked up plays happened where, you know, they special teams. I think that was a nail in the coffin with the special teams. You know, down when the game is at the wire, you let them, you know what I'm saying, return a kickoff for 60-some yards. After that, Patrick Mahomes, he ain't have to do nothing. He had about, 3 yards to go, 5 yards to go until he in the end zone. That's what that was the whole changing of the game to me. That was the reason they lost, because of that kickoff. Like, yeah, a lot of people talking about that holding call, but that wasn't the reason. You feel me? I thought it was because of that kickoff. And if you look at the entire game, to me, the Eagles outplayed the Chiefs. Definitely, Jalen Hurts, he definitely outplayed Mahomes. You know what I'm talking about? He outplayed Mahomes for sure. Oh, yeah, John Kramer said, when I saw Pat Mahomes hurt his ankle, I knew they was going to win. Why you say you knew they was going to win? When I saw Pat Mahomes hurt his ankle, I was like, oh, yeah. Shit. I knew he was going to play again, but I didn't think he was going to be effective. You know, they got him to the back. He had a long halftime. They shot him up some dope in his ankle. You know, that boy went out there, his whole lower body was numb. He wasn't feeling shit. But, yeah, I had OG trying to argue with me today, trying to tell me that Jalen Hurts didn't outplay Mahomes, that Mahomes outplayed Mahomes. That Mahomes outplayed Jalen Hurts. I said, man, you tripping. Jalen Hurts outplayed him. Mahomes ain't really had to do that much. That running game is what did it for the Chiefs. The defense, you know, the turnovers that they had in the special teams, and that running game was what really did it, because, you know, I forgot number 10. What's his name, man? He was opening up a lot of opportunities for Mahomes to have short field. You know, Mahomes ain't really have to do that much. Y'all got to look at his stats. Mahomes didn't even pass for 200 yards. Jalen Hurts had over 300 passing yards. He had 3 rushing touchdowns. He had 1 passing touchdown, and he damn near rushed for 100 yards. Jalen Hurts balled out. He balled all the way out. He balled out. Yeah, he had that 1 turnover, but other than that, man, he balled out. So Jalen Hurts did his thing for sure. You know, but that's a horrible way to go out. That's a hard way to lose. You feel me? A hard-ass way to lose. To lose like that and to have to sit on the sideline and never get the ball back, because, yeah, like I said, I don't look at that penalty as being the sole reason why they lost, because I think it's the kickoff. If they never gave them that kickoff return, they probably would have won that game. But, you know, to have to sit on the sideline all that time and never get the ball back, you feel me? And then, yeah, that shit, you know, and if that penalty hadn't happened, they still would have got the ball back with damn near like a minute and 40 seconds left in the game. And they would have had some timeouts left. So, yeah, that was big. That was hella big. Man, JT, dog, man, I had a parlay, right? With like, I build my own prop bet parlay, and it had like 12 prop bets on it, right? And I lost the parlay. I hit everything, all like 11 of them I hit on there. The only one I didn't hit was that one, that same one. Mahomes. I needed Mahomes to get like 260 passing yards, and he only threw for 182. So he didn't ball out like that. He ain't ball out like that. Jalen Hurts definitely outplayed him. Yeah, man, I was hurt about that one. You know, shit. But, you know, hey, it is what it is, man. Great game, great Super Bowl. Rihanna did her thing. She put on a hell of a performance. A hell of a performance. everybody tripping because she pregnant again. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was shit. Before she got off the stage, folks was on social media, on Instagram and shit, putting up memes of her being pregnant. You know, she ain't let the stitches heal, but you know, she was right back at it. She ain't let the stitches heal, and she was right back at it. But to tell you the truth, I didn't even know she just had a baby. I don't really be keeping up with all that stuff like that. Everybody else was telling me. I had no idea she had just been pregnant. I didn't know she was pregnant before. Like, I really don't be paying attention to all that stuff. But, you know, hey. Yeah, but y'all hit the like button because I see they barely sending out my notifications. It's we got 57 people in the building. I should have 57 likes at least. You know, I should have that at least. Do me a favor and at least hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Get the likes up, hit the like button. Everybody in the building should have been hit the like button already. You dig? Because y'all definitely don't want to miss today. We finna cook. And yeah. So, you know, shit, Rihanna a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? She a billionaire. She might have could have just got a, like, hey, give me a shot. I want to be pregnant again. Shit. All the technology they got. Brian Bradley says, I didn't get it, bro. What didn't you get? Sean Clark, what's happening with it? Rick Terry says, laugh my ass off, right back at you, right back at it like a motherfucker. He said, their first kid is 9 months. Is he even walking yet? She said, wait 6 weeks for what? Real talk. She said, wait for what? Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know that. You teaching me something. So her child is only 9 months old. Is she already, like, in order for her to be showing, she already got to at least be 3 months. If she's showing already, she at least 3 months pregnant. God damn. She got out that motherfucking hospital, took that gurney off, and went straight to work. For real. She was still bleeding and everything. Just go ahead. But like I said, you never know because she a billionaire, so she might have wasn't even, you know what I'm saying? She might have got a shot. She might have went to her doctor and was like, shit, you know what I'm saying? Shoot me up. Shoot me up. I want to be pregnant right again. Well, you ain't healed yet. You still got, that don't matter. Just go ahead and give me that shot. Like I said, you just never know. Zulu Line said that seemed like some good loving. I'm going to leave that one alone, dog. Yo ass nasty as fuck. I'm talking about she ain't even done bleeding and shit. She still bleed like a stuck pig. This nigga talking about, oh, that sounds like some good loving to me. Hey, bro, she better go somewhere with that shit, dog. Hey, you motherfucking Zulu Line out here tripping. He said, that motherfucker called that nigga Bloody Mary. He don't give a fuck. Hey, for real. Hey, you got that one, dog. That's all on you. Oh, man. B Mainstar said you got cousins that's 11 months apart. Real talk, I think that my pops and my uncle only 11 months apart. But shit, my man said that she is 9. I mean, the baby already only 9 months. Y'all got to do the math. If the baby only 9 months, and she looked like she probably at least 3 months pregnant, bruh. Yeah, she still had that bloody pad on, but we gonna move along. Hey, Sheeta, man, my boy Zulu was lying up in here tripping. Hey, but man, Specs say Irish twins is what they call them. God damn. Yeah, motherfucking ASAP. Hey, ASAP Rocky. Hey, he said, man, that name for real. When I say ASAP, I mean I do everything ASAP. I ain't waiting no shit. But now we know why he got the name ASAP Rocky. Now we know why he got that name. But anyway, like I said, as y'all come in the building, y'all smash the like button. We definitely finna cook today. Get the lights, get the lights, get the likes up. And once again, for everybody coming in the building, I will be coming on at this time every day. So from now on, I will be on every day at 12:30 Pacific time, 1:30 Mountain time, 2:30 Central time, and 3:30 on the East Coast. That's every day. We're going to be in here cooking live. You know what I'm saying? Live and in color. But O'Shaquie Foster, like I said earlier, man, he put on a hell of a performance. You know what I'm talking about? He put on a hell of a performance. Beat the hell out of Ray Vargas and shit. Ray Vargas, man, that is a special looking dude right there. Ray Vargas looked like one of them chupacabras. How you call them? Them little them chupacabras or whatever the fuck you call them. Ray Vargas looked like a baby chupacabra. For real. That boy, he's special looking. I probably ain't saying the name right, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Ray Vargas is special looking motherfucker for real. He looked like a fucking, like real talk, he really looked like a 80-year-old baby. That motherfucker Ray Vargas, you know, y'all seen them kids, y'all, and I'm not making fun of the kids, right? But y'all see them kids, them little bitty ass kids, and they look like they like 95 years old, but they really only 3. That's what Ray Vargas looked. He looked like one of them 95-year-old, 3-year-old kids, but he had a full growth stint. You know what I'm saying? Because they be little. So he's something new. That motherfucker some shit that we ain't never seen before. What do you call a motherfucking Ray Vargas? Because he got some shit. Like, he looked like one of them 95-year-old babies that's really only 3 years old, but he had a full growth spurt. So he got a lot of shit going on. Ray Vargas, that motherfucker got a lot of shit going on, for real. Hey, but anyway, man, Ray Vargas went out there and he got outboxed. You know, like I said before, his game is to overwhelm you with, you know, he wants to overwhelm you. He very, very active. He gonna throw a million punches, and you know he got respectable power and things, but he's gonna overwhelm you kind of like a Leo Santa Cruz. He remind me of kind of like a Leo Santa Cruz type of, you know, Mexican fighter that, you know, you just, most of his opponents, they can't keep up with his pace. They can't keep up with his activity, but Shock Foster is a different style fighter than he used to fighting. You dig what I'm saying? Like, he gonna give you angles. He got good footwork. He just not gonna be right there flat-footed for you to hit. And Ray Vargas, he wasn't used to fighting that style of fighter. You know what I'm talking about? And then the thing that gets me is these flat-footed motherfucking fighters, they always want to get to crying when they lose to a fighter that have all-around boxing ability. They always want to get to crying, talking about, oh, he was running. He was running from me. If he was like, bro, you can't tell another fighter how the fuck he's supposed to fight. Talking about he was running. No. He was bopping your ass upside the head with that motherfucking jab, spinning your ass with them hooks. You know what I'm saying? Catching you flat-footed with them uppercuts. He was outboxing you, and you just couldn't keep up with him. Motherfuckers, like, these fighters get to killing me, man, when they get to complaining when they lose a fight, clearly like he did, right? And then get to crying about, well, he was running the whole time. If he was running the whole time, how the fuck you lose the fight then? If all he was doing is running, how did you lose the fight? Because a perfect example of somebody that was running the whole fight is when Boots fought Karen. But Boots didn't lose the fight. He won the fight. Clearly, Boots won every round on that goddamn scorecard. And his opponent was running. And the reason, one of the reasons he won every round on the scorecard, because the opponent he was fighting was running. So if you saying that O'Shaquie Foster was running the whole night, why the hell did you lose the fight? It don't make no sense, because if he was just running the whole night, you should have won the fight easy. But you didn't. And if he was running the whole night, why did he look like he just came home from the club without a goddamn stain on his face and you was beat up? Your whole face was beat up and shit. Beat up and bruised up, but you gonna tell me he was running all night. Bro, you can't. The thing about it is these fighters, some of these fighters, you know what I'm talking about, they get so used to fighting fighters that just stand right in front of them and give them no type of lateral movement or no type of movement. They think that all of their fights are supposed to be like that. They build a record up on fighting the same type of opponents. Then they get in the ring with somebody that they're not used to seeing, and they don't know how to make the adjustments. You know what I'm talking about? They get exposed because they not athletic enough to keep up with a pure boxer like that. And so O'Shaquie Foster did his fucking thing, and salute to him. Ray Vargas, you know, you better dust yourself off and try again. Dust yourself off, dog, and try again, because what you doing wasn't working good enough when you stepped up to the plate and fought a real one. Sean Clark says Foster wasn't running at all. He was walking Vargas down half the fight. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's the excuse they're going to use, man. And salute to Sean Clark for coming through and showing some love, man, and supporting the channel. Yeah. Rick Tam says he was backing up the bigger man the whole second half of the fight. Anyways, so really Vargas' ass was running. Yeah, man, like I said, people like to use that running shit out of, you know, when it doesn't apply a lot. I've seen fighters that ran in the ring. Like, I'm going to tell y'all, the fighters I've seen run in the ring. That dude, Karen, was running in the ring. When Rigo fought when Rigo fought that Filipino dude, right? Rigo was running his ass off in the ring. He was running like a motherfucker 85% of the fight. You know? But that's running. What Floyd Mayweather was doing wasn't never running. What a lot of these other fighters like Pernell Whitaker, that wasn't running. What you see O'Shaquie do, that definitely wasn't running. But y'all do me a favor and run these likes up. Hit the like button, run the like up. Bear24 said, I thought Jaron didn't cut off that ring. I mean, bruh, it's hard to cut off a ring against somebody that had great foot. Y'all gotta understand, that dude, Karen, he had great footwork. So if a fighter got great footwork, don't engage and decide that I'm just want to get to the 12th round, they pretty much gonna survive if they got a gas tank to move like that for the whole fight. So it's not easy. It wasn't easy for Jaron Ennis to cut off that ring. Now, like I said before, I think that he could have did some different things. You know what I'm saying? I think that he could have did some things better to help him cut off the ring, go to the body, you know, things like that he didn't do. But for the most part, you know, he still got the W. You don't have to get a knockout every fight. He got the rounds in, which he going to need to get those rounds in when he faced the upper echelon of competition, the A-level fighters. And, you know, he got the experience of being in the ring with somebody that had great footwork, that, you know, he knows, okay, I got to work on certain things. You need that type of experience. And the great thing about it is he was able to get that experience without having to take an L. You feel me? Early on in his career, while he still hasn't even reached his prime yet, he didn't have to take no L to get it, and he won every round. I mean, that's a win. Like, people look at that shit and they look at that as, oh, well, Jaron Ennis did it. He didn't do this. And I look at that like, that's a win situation. He won all around the board. He might have not gave the fans what they expected, but for him and his career, oh, yeah, he won all around the board. You're going to need all of that experience if you're talking about fighting the Errol Spence. If you're talking about even fighting, just the upper echelon of fighters in the game today, you're going to need all of that experience. You know what I'm saying? Because, say, for instance, right? A lot of people say that Errol Spence can't box. He can't move, which is some BS. Look at how Errol Spence fought Mikey Garcia. He was boxing Mikey Garcia. So, say, for instance, if Jaron Ennis decide to fight Errol Spence, and he thinking that he gonna get the Errol Spence that's just gonna come right forward and try to bully him, and Errol Spence say, you know what, I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna move. I'm gonna use my legs and I'm gonna outbox him. I'm gonna switch it up on him. Now he could be prepared for that. He could be, like, okay, I've been in the ring with somebody to now where I know if I have to make an adjustment, I can make adjustments. So that's a win-win situation, man. And Rick Tibb says, nah, Errol is the real deal, whole package. Yeah, he the whole package. That's what I'm saying. So, a lot of these fighters today, their promoters build their record up and they continue to put them in with the same caliber of fighters, with the same type of fighters that's going to do the same thing over and over. You dig what I'm saying? They're not going to, they used to fighting a certain style of fighter, but then when you get in there with somebody like a Errol Spence, maybe a Terence Crawford, or, like I'm saying, these upper echelon fighters that could do it all, that could, go to a plan B and the C. Yeah, you're gonna need all that experience. So, back to what we was talking about though. Like I said, a lot of rumors going on in boxing today. Y'all smash the like button. Y'all smash on the like button. Y'all smash on the like button. Oh yeah, something I want to cook on. Get the likes up for me, please. Get the likes up. Something else I want to, and if y'all want to donate to the channel, help the channel continue to grow, hit the Cash App. I appreciate everybody for getting me over 25,000 subs. Getting me over 25,000. I appreciate everybody. All my people that's been here with me. Since day one. All the new subs and all the new subs that's gonna come. So I appreciate that. And Sheena was the first one in the building, the first one to hit the like button. And salute to the Queen Sheena. But Jermall Charlo, Jermall Charlo is making his way back to the sport. Jermall Charlo, he had to deal with a lot. He had to deal with a lot recently, going through a lot of personal issues, family issues, things of that nature, things that I'm not going to get into because I'm not in his household. It ain't really none of my business, but we just know that Jermall Charlo was going through a lot of things. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all hold on real quick. All right, yeah. So we know that Jermall Charlo was going through a lot, and Jermall Charlo has been out of the ring for over a year and a half. When Jermall Charlo steps back in the ring, because he did announce that he will be back in the ring in June. When Jermall Charlo steps back in the ring in June, Jermall Charlo will be out of the ring 2 years. 2 whole years. We talking about a Keith Thurman after Manny Pacquiao fight layoff. Yeah, he gonna be out of the ring 2 whole years when he get back in the ring. So I'm hearing, which I don't know is true, right? I'm hearing that he gonna be fighting Selecki. The fight that was supposed to happen, a while back, over a year ago. The fight that was supposed to happen over a year ago but it didn't happen. You know what I'm talking about? It didn't happen. And now Jermall Charlo, he's back training, and he's gonna be back in the ring again. I know I had talked about Jermall Charlo in the past, and I said, don't nobody want to see him fight no Selecki. I don't care if he is coming off a layoff. But now you got to look at the situation. It's going to be 2 years. So after 2 years of being out the ring, you can't jump in the ring with another A-level class fighter that's been active. So, yeah, now he's at the point, or he'll be at the point in June to where he's actually going to need a tune-up type of fight. He really going to need that. So with all of that being said, I think that Jermall Charlo, you know, take this tune-up. Hopefully he can get through training camp, you know, with his mental health right. He could get through training camp with no injuries, you know, and he could go back in the ring and, you know, get off what he needs to get off against Selecki, win that fight, and get back on track, because Jermall Charlo, he don't have too much time left, and he needs a big fight. He need a big fight. You know, he's talked about moving up to 168. You know, he's supposed to be moving up to 168. Of course, he's going to be defending his title at 160 against Selecki. But after that, I need to see Jermall Charlo move up to 168, and you got to make one of these mega fights, bro. If you either got to fight Demetrius Andrade, or you got to fight David Benavidez, because if y'all ain't checked out my interview, go check it out. David Benavidez is like, he said that he knows that he needs Jermall Charlo. Him and Jermall Charlo need each other. They need that fight. They need that fight to elevate each other to the next level. And he still want that fight. It's a great storyline. You know, another rivalry where they both really don't like each other. You know what I'm saying? They didn't got into it at a live event. And yeah, that's a big, huge fight. And if David Benavidez beats Caleb Plant on pay-per-view, we know that they're going to be looking for David Benavidez, another big name. Because at that point, David Benavidez is fighting on pay-per-view. He's not fighting on regular TV no more if he gets past Plant and he does it in impressive fashion. So they're going to be looking for another big name. And Jermall Charlo is a great name. Let him, you know what I'm saying? They only fighting, March, April, May, June. They only fighting like 2.5 months apart. And, you know, let him get his tune up, move up to 168. He big anyway. So it ain't like, to me, you don't got enough time to defend your title at 160, right? In a warm-up match, which you should. You should go and get a warm-up match. You should get a tune-up now, right? But after that, you don't got no time to waste. You need to be straight in a big fight at 168, because we see that you're not going to be able to get a big fight at 160. Chris Eubank is no longer a big fight. Gennady Golovkin ain't going to fight you. He's made that clear for years and years. Boo Boo Andrade ain't at the weight division no more. Goddamn Jaime Munguia, he's not going to fight you. That ain't going to happen. You dig what I'm saying? So you got Adames, but he ain't no big name. You feel me? If you hadn't never got hurt, a great fight would have been you fighting Adames, defending the title at 160, and then moving up to 168 if you beat him. But that's off the table, because, and the reason I'm saying this is because after this tune-up, he just don't have no more time to waste. It's been too much time wasted. So after that, you're going to get right, stay focused, and we need big names. You don't have no big name on your resume to this day. You still don't have one big name on your resume. You really don't. So yeah, we need that. We definitely need that. So, you know, salute to Jermall Charlo. Hopefully, you know, he got his ish together. Hopefully he can stay focused and, you know, get in the ring and show us the old Jermall Charlo. Show us the big Maul. Because right now, Jermall Charlo looking like the big twin. Show us big Maul. The one that the majority of the fans felt that there was the... I thought that Jermall Charlo was the better Charlo. You dig what I'm saying? At one point. And most people thought that. So get back to that Jermall. And you don't have no time to waste, but you still got time to get back to that Jermall Charlo. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, D1 said he need to fight more. They all do. Well, they definitely all do, but the reason that Jermall Charlo ain't fought, it don't have nothing to do with the PBC and, you know, the promotional company and the networks. The reason he ain't fought is because, you know, the issues that he been going through. But I agree with you. I definitely agree with you that these fighters, they need to be fighting more. I tell you one thing. Out of all these fighters that's coming up, hey, man, and Dundada, dog, let me get to my cook, bro. You ain't heard me say nothing about a hurt ankle, dog. You don't even know what direction I'm going with that. You have no idea. So you can't come over here on what other people posted or what somebody else posted and expect me to regurgitate the same shit that they didn't say. Because I wouldn't even go in that way. I wouldn't even go in that route. You dig what I'm saying? Because that man never said that he had a hurt ankle in the first place. If you watch the video, that he never said nothing about that shit. So you've been over here long enough to know that this ain't the channel that you gonna hear me come on here regurgitating the same shit that you hear everybody else say, dog. So, let me cook on the situation before you get, you know what I'm saying, to just assuming what a motherfucker gonna say, dog. Real talk. But anyway, Jermall Charlo, he definitely, he got a little bit of time, but to get a warm-up fight, tune-up fight after that, it got to be a big fight. If it's not a big name fighter, I'm just going to look at Jermall Charlo to where he's satisfied at being, at the level that he at. You know what I'm saying? He did what I'm talking about. That's what it's going to look like to me. So anyway, y'all smash the like button if y'all just coming in the building. Like I said, I'm definitely going to cook today. We got a lot to cook on. Miss Joette, salute to you, queen. What's happening? Spit boxing, what it do? Big A1 Hoops on in the building. What's happening with it, A1? How you feel about them trades, man? You see what we doing, you see what we did on Saturday. So hopefully, our Lakers can come together and get it popping and make the playoffs. And, then we just gonna need Kevin Durant and a couple of them players on the Suns to get hurt. Oh, man, I'm in AZ and I'm saying that shit. But I don't hope they get hurt. May the best team win. I'm fucking around. I love to see the Suns, I love to see the Phoenix Suns win. If the Lakers ain't gonna win it, I love to see the Phoenix Suns win for sure. You know what I'm talking about? We doing it big out here in AZ. Y'all seen the Super Bowl. We doing it big out here in AZ. Y'all seen the Super Bowl. Y'all finna see David Benavidez put on. Yeah, we coming strong 2023. But anyway, back to this boxing. Detroit, BC off in the building. What's happening with it? And y'all smash my like button. Please smash on the like button. Back to this boxing. Back to this little thing that we call boxing. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Hit the like button. Get the likes up. Run them up. Run them up. So, since we was already just talking about Gervonta Davis, right? Tank was spotted after the Super Bowl, and they carried him in a wheelchair. And of course, somebody gonna run up, and somebody gonna try to get that footage to send it to TMZ, right? Now, y'all stay with me here. If you look at the video, you seen that Tank was in the wheelchair, but you also seen that Tank's whole team that he had with him, they was trying to block the cameras from seeing that shit, right? They didn't want nobody seeing them pushing Gervonta Davis in the wheelchair. They was trying to block the cameras. Tank, he was very talkative. Tank was actually talking to whoever had the camera, right? Whoever was trying to film it, Tank was very talkative, right? He was talking and shit. And he was very, very friendly. Now, we know we usually don't see Gervonta Davis that friendly. He kind of real quiet most of the time. And 9 times out of 10 in that situation, unless it's Ellie setback or somebody, Tank is going to keep walking. He ain't really that friendly. He ain't finna be talking to the cameras like that. But he was cool. He was responding. He was talking. But they was trying to keep the cameras from catching Gervonta Davis in that wheelchair. And then they was like, don't talk to him. No. They was blocking the camera. And the dude that was filming was like, nah, he cool. He's trying to talk to me. And all you heard Tank say was like, hey, man, shit happened. And Tank, he was laughing, kind of smiling. Now, I got my thoughts, and from the very beginning, I didn't think that Tank Davis was injured in no type of way. I really didn't. I'm not going to tell y'all what I think the issue was, and it's not even an issue. I'm not going to say what I thought when I saw that video because, people going to get to running with that shit. But my thing that I saw, I didn't think he was injured. You know what I'm saying? Of course, that's the first assumption people going to come up with. Did he fall? Did he hurt something? I didn't think he was injured at all. Just, and then, like I said, the way the way that they was acting, they was trying to get him up out of there before a camera got in his face. So, I'm going to leave that part at that part, and I'm going to just let y'all, whatever y'all think it was. I know what I think it was. I'm not going to be vocal on it, but everybody going to have their own assumption or their own opinion. But I didn't think that he was hurt. I really didn't. You know what I'm talking about? And I've seen fighters in that position before where, I like personally in the casino late at night where, they got to, make sure they make that exit before anybody see them. And, but like I said, hey, he was having fun. We'll just leave it at that. Gervonta Davis was at the Super Bowl festivities and he was enjoying himself. A lot of shit going on. He rich. He can do whatever he want to. So he was enjoying the festivities. Let's just leave it at that. G5 Gabe, what's happening with it? What it do? And then on to what Dundada was saying, which I didn't see, but he's saying that Tank just, posted something showing everybody he wasn't nothing wrong with him injury-wise. Because, see, TMZ put out a video saying, he was injured or he hurt his ankle. And Gervonta Davis never had said nothing about no ankle injury. He was just like, oh, man, shit happens, right? But they was trying to stop Tank Davis from saying anything. We just trying to get you to the car. Don't say nothing right now. Don't talk to nobody. Leave, you know what I'm saying? We don't want no stories up. We don't want nobody seeing you like this. Let's just get to the goddamn car. So, it is what it is. So, like I said, he was enjoying the festivities. It ain't my business to speculate on what he was doing and what he wasn't doing. I wasn't there. You dig what I'm saying? But I'm putting the story out there because everybody got their own, you know what I'm saying, brains. You can go look at the video. You got your own brain and make up, come up with whatever you think it was in your head. That ain't for me to do. That ain't for me to be putting out stories trying to bash somebody and all of that shit. It is what it is, But he's not injured. He said he's not injured. Ain't nothing wrong with him like that. And he good. You know what I'm saying? He good. So as far as the fight news, the fight news, I knew personally wasn't no fight news or fight announcement with Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia coming up. And as far as Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia and all of this shit going on with Oscar De La Hoya, y'all smash on my like button because we getting ready to cook. And I wish Knockout Boxing was in here, but he know better right now. He know better. One thing I'm sick of is people not being able to talk about this subject and keep it straight down the middle, 100, and call balls and strikes when it comes to this subject, like KQKC say. You dig what I'm talking about? But right here, just like KQKC say, we gonna call balls and strikes. Now, I talked about the rematch clause, and I gave my opinion on it. I felt that, I felt different than a lot of y'all felt. I felt that if the rematch clause is holding up the fight, and they're telling Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis that even if you lose, you still don't get no say-so on nothing. We still get to dictate all the terms, right? Because there's no belt on the line. Ain't now one of these fighters got no belt, and both of these fighters stand to gain something from the other fighter. I said, well, that shouldn't be, that shouldn't be an issue on Showtime's part. They shouldn't be letting that hold up the fight on their part. So when it comes to that, they need to, they need to give in. They need to give in and, hey, if you want to call it that, call Oscar De La Hoya's bluff and let him know, okay, cool. Y'all can be the lead promoter if your fighter wins. Straight. Let's make the fight. Call his bluff. Well, that's what they did. That's what they did. They came out and they said, okay, if this is a problem, if this is the main problem that's holding up the fight, well, let's come on and we'll fix that for you. We'll let you be the lead promoter. We're going to write you up another contract. We're going to do what we got to do, and we're going to send you out another contract. Now, how this works, they don't send that contract to Ryan Garcia. They send it to Oscar De La Hoya. They are negotiating with Oscar De La Hoya, not Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is doing the same thing that Gervonta Tank Davis is doing right now. Training. They are both in training camp getting ready for a fight. Preferably, them two fight each other. Ryan Garcia is not at the negotiating table with fucking Steven Espinoza or Al Heyman. He's not. His focus is on the fight. His promoter's job is to get the fucking fight done. He's not promoting himself, negotiating for himself, and training at the same time. That's what niggas like Knockout Boxing 86 TV need to understand, when clearly it's Oscar De La Hoya making excuses. It's let me say that again. Clearly it's Oscar De La Hoya that is making that excuses, trying to wiggle his way out of the fight. Because if that's a problem, first of all, you said y'all agreed to everything, right? So how it goes on the fighter's part, okay, he want me to box in these type of gloves. Okay, I agree to it. I agree to how much money or what split I'm gonna get. I agree to it. He want me to fight at this weight. I agree to it. He want me to fight, in this size ring. I agree to it. He want to walk out last. I agree to it. His promotional company want to be the lead promoter. I agree to it. So, bam, the fighter, right? The fighter agrees to everything that he agrees to. You feel me? The fighter agrees to everything that he agrees to. Now, the promoter got the contract and all that other bullshit. That's up to the promoter to say, okay, we looked over everything. Everything is good. But Oscar De La Hoya is not doing that. So, yeah, as far as what they need to do to get in the ring and fight, Ryan Garcia didn't agree to it. Now it's up to Oscar to get the motherfucking deal done, and he's making excuse after excuse because Oscar don't want the fight. This is a plain case where you have a fighter that wants to fight. If Ryan Garcia had never wanted to fight, we would have never got this far in negotiations. Just like when motherfuckers say that Errol Spence was ducking Terence Crawford. It ain't no way in hell that Errol Spence did anything to duck a Terence Crawford because he was the one that brought the fight to the table. Right? Now, Ryan Garcia's promoter is the one that made the offer because they are the lead promotional company. Yeah. You dig what I'm talking about? But if Ryan Garcia wasn't pushing for the fight for Oscar, Oscar would have ignored that shit. Oscar would have acted like that from the very jump. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He could have ignored it. He could have ignored it, and then he gonna get in the media and act like, well, they're not giving me the offer that we want, or this, and that. But Ryan Garcia was on his helmet, like, nah, fuck that. Anything we got to do, make the fight happen. Make the fight happen. Now what you see is Oscar didn't want to fight in the first place. He never wanted to fight. So what he's doing is he's complaining about every little thing. They call his bluff. They sent him a different contract, a whole another contract with what he was asking for. And it's like, okay, well, that wasn't all. That ain't that we asked for more things. I asked for more things that need to be worked out. But he's steady going to social media because he knows what he's doing. He's getting out in the front of the story. So when the fight fall apart, he can say, y'all see me. Go back to my timeline. Y'all see how hard I was trying to make it happen. It ain't my fault. It's Showtime's fault. We did everything. That's what he's doing. That's why he's continuously going to social media. Oscar know what he's doing. In the meanwhile, Ryan Garcia training. He trusting Oscar to get the job. My bad. He's trusting Oscar to get the job done. And he's coming back to Ryan Garcia. He's like, hey, they they're doing this and they don't, they don't want to make the fight. And he's doing all of that bullshit, right? And Ryan is like, get the fight done. So you still got people, you know what I'm saying? And what's happening with it, Ricky? You still got a lot of y'all that's saying, nah, that's Ryan Garcia. I heard Knockout talking about if Ryan Garcia really wants to fight, he could just activate the Muhammad Ali. He could just, activate the Muhammad Ali cause. Man, when the fucking to make his promoter make the fight happen? When was the last time y'all heard of a fighter using the Muhammad Ali Act to make a promoter, right? When was the last time y'all heard of a fighter using the Muhammad Ali Act to make a promoter make a fight? Let me know. When was the last time y'all heard a fighter using the Muhammad Ali Act? Yeah, Dank Father, yeah, Knockout. Talking about, oh, it's Ryan Garcia too. Because if Ryan Garcia really wanted to fight, he could use the Muhammad Ali Act. Why he ain't using the Muhammad Ali Act? And I wish his ass was in here right now because I cook him, right? But I ain't gonna cook him as bad as I would if he was in here because he ain't in here to defend himself. But I'm just saying, when was anybody in here tell me when was the last time they seen a fighter use a Muhammad Ali Act to make a fight happen? That their promoter wouldn't make it happen. That shit is all smoke and mirrors. Fighters ain't out here using Muhammad Ali Acts to make a fight happen. Niggas hear that shit and they fucking run off with it. You know what I'm saying? This is the problem. We get a fighter that we like, and now we want to come up with all type of other shit that you ain't never heard of. You get a fighter that you in love with, it's your favorite fighter. Now, instead of just keeping it 100 and calling it down the middle and saying, you know what, it's Oscar. We can see it's Oscar. You want to blame it on Ryan Garcia just because you don't like him, and Tank Davis is your favorite fighter, right? And now you talking about, Ryan Garcia, he can go use the Muhammad Ali Act, so that proves he don't want to fight. And y'all motherfuckers come up with anything. You motherfuckers don't even know what the goddamn Muhammad Ali Act is, but you want to use that shit when it comes to your favorite fighter. Ain't none of these fighters got time to be in court, right? Training at the same time, trying to use a Muhammad Ali Act. You think Ryan Garcia know what the fuck a Muhammad Ali Act is? That's why these fighters hired lawyers and promoters and shit. You know what I'm talking about? He don't know what no damn Muhammad Ali Act is. These fighters ain't in the goddamn law room studying Muhammad Ali Acts and all of that shit. These young fighters don't know shit about that. If that was the case, we wouldn't have a problem getting none of these fights. Well, shit, he can just use the Muhammad Ali Act and we can get the fight. Knowing good so damn well shit don't work like that. You know how corrupt boxing is. Just because, it's some act. Man, when was the last time these sanctioning bodies in boxing, period, actually go by these rules? They don't go by the rules. Like, come on. Real talk. Y'all know that shit. And then niggas be up in the comments, oh, facts. He could have used the Muhammad Ali Act. So I ask, respectfully, when was the last time y'all heard of a fighter using a Muhammad Ali Act? Because it's a whole bunch of motherfucking fights that we don't get. Why these fighters ain't out left and right using Muhammad Ali Acts? But you telling me that Ryan Garcia is a duck, and he's proven that he's a duck because he didn't use a Muhammad Ali Act. Yeah, all right. It sounds good when you on your platform and you can get that shit off. It ain't nobody gonna be able to up there to challenge your ass. I'm just saying, man, we got to start keeping it 100. It doesn't matter if you like the fighter or not, if you think the fighter gonna win or not, just is what it is. Sean Clark says Oscar tried everything to block this fight and he's still trying. Said Al can't be involved. Try 50-50. Put a deadline put a deadline and some more shit. Exactly. You see what's going on. Sean Clark, you see what's going on. If Ryan Garcia was the one that didn't want to fight, that could have just been like, hey, we go in a different direction. They ain't acting right. That's it. And whoever gonna rock with him and believe him, gonna believe him. Whoever ain't gonna believe him, ain't gonna believe him anyway. And move on. But he's trying to make it look like for the public, for the fans, because his shit is I can't wait for KO to address it because he ain't in here. Like I said before, if he was in here, my guy, that I would have gave him the smoke. And I told him that I was going to be on Monday and I was going to address this shit. And I told him he need to come get the smoke. But, everything else that KO was saying, you know, I agree with him on most of the shit that he was saying, but he just want to make it look like that, you know, it's because, you know, my man is a huge fan of Gervonta Davis. You know, Tank Davis then retweeted a few of his posts on Twitter, and that man loved Tank. That's just what it is. And I ain't trying to be funny about it. I'm not trying to be, you know, and I ain't talking shit. I'm just saying that he loved Tank. So, you know, hey, that's his boy, but it's not, I don't think that he keeping it, you know, straight down the middle when it comes to this conversation. And that's what we should be doing. You know, we should be doing that. I know a lot of people, and yeah, does Ryan Garcia have a bad track record? Yeah. But I mean, shit. The fuck them up. What do a man got to do to show you that he want to fight? Jump off the goddamn cliff and die for it? Like, you know. So it is, you know what I'm saying? It is Oscar. But see, the thing is I see people now, right? And I'm not going to name no names, but a lot of people, and y'all been watching me, y'all know that I'm telling the absolute truth. I'm not telling no lies, right? I see people now that's saying, oh, we knew this was going to happen from the very beginning. We've been no, y'all didn't know a motherfucking thing because I'm the one that's been telling people, making video. Am I lying? Dundada, am I lying? I've been making video after video telling people, and I know Dundada probably disagree with me, right? Right? He disagreed with what I'm saying that Oscar De La Hoya has been trying to hold up the fight. But I've been making video after video. I've been telling people on my live streams from the very beginning that Oscar De La Hoya, he don't want this fight, and he gonna do whatever he can and make excuses when they get into negotiations to stop this fight from happening. And then he gonna turn around and make it look like it wasn't him. I've been saying that shit when everybody was like, oh man, it's signed, it's done, it's a done deal. I kept telling people, look, don't listen to that. This fight is probably gonna be more difficult to make than Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. But all in all, Terence Crawford and Errol Spence is only difficult to make because you got one fighter that really don't want to fight. But I've been telling people how this whole thing was going to play out from the very beginning. You got people that was thinking they were going to get a Super Bowl announcement and all that funny shit. You know what I'm saying? All that funny shit, man. I just been knowing what it is. If I'm a promoter and I have a fighter that I know I can make millions and millions and millions of dollars on if I continue to build up. And I know that fighter, Gervonta Davis, is still going to be right there if I continue to build my fighter. And I can make more money on my fighter down the line. And in the meantime, I can make more money, you know, put him in the ring with C-level fighters and him getting spectacular knockouts. Or I got a choice to put him in there with one of the top fighters right now. And I'm taking the chance that he get knocked out early. And if he gets knocked out early, that's pretty much a wrap. We gonna get whatever money we get from this fight. But now my fighter is pretty much ruined. That's a chance I'm taking. My fighter pretty much ruined. My bag is ruined because now I can't promote him to be dangerous like that. I can't promote him to be a killer. I can't promote him undefeated no more. I no longer can promote him up against the other top fighters. Now I gotta build him back up, take him back down to fight C-level competition. You know, the next 3 fights, he gotta knock out, you know, opponents that people don't want to see him fight. And then maybe we can revisit, you know, all of that talks of how dangerous he is and how great of a fighter he is. That is what Oscar De La Hoya is looking at. But he has a fighter that's pressing the issue. He has a fighter in Ryan Garcia that's like, nah, F all of that. I want the smoke right now. Make this fight happen, or me and you gonna have some problems. It's your job to make the fight happen. So only thing he can do, he's smart. He know that he the one is doing the negotiations. So he gonna negotiate his way out of making the fight. The whole time he gonna stay on top of the story on social media. He's gonna stay in Ryan Garcia's ear, making him believe he's doing everything he can. And then when the fight fall apart, bam, he already in front of the story. When the fight falls apart, he already in front of the story. The blame ain't on him. That's what he doing. That's exactly what he doing. Y'all hit my like button and refresh the super chat. Refresh the super chat and hit my like button, y'all. But I'm sticking to what I've been saying the whole time. You dig what I'm saying? Either way, I'll be more surprised if they make this fight than I will if the fight don't happen. It's just now Oscar De La Hoya's back is up against the wall, so he gonna need to come with something else. He gonna need to come with something else big, another big excuse to save face in the media. And he working on that right now. He working on that. Jose Alvarez, what's happening with it? Who else we got? Tony T, what's happening with it? Lord to the game, what it do? What's happening with it, Kwame? And y'all come through, support the channel, refresh the super chat. Patricia Hines, what's going on, Queen? Yeah. So that's my take on that situation. That's how I feel about that situation. So now, on to the rest of the news. On to the rest of the news that's going on in this here boxing. It's always something else with this Errol Spence and Terence Crawford shit. Yeah, I wish you had to come in here earlier so I could have cooked you, Knockout. I would see Knockout know he know when to show up. Knockout know when to show up. But salute to my brother Knockout. You came, man. Yeah, you came too late. You right on time, though. You came too late, but you're right on time. But anyway, now you got time to go back, run it back, prepare. You know what I'm saying? Take you some notes, but you still gonna get cooked. But anyway, this Errol Spence and Terence Crawford shit, y'all. This Errol Spence and like I said, Knockout. That's my people right there. Knockout, that's my people, and he do great work and shit. Y'all make sure that y'all go subscribe to him. Make sure that y'all go sub to Knockout. But I mean, we can shoot. I don't know. I can't. You Dank Father talking about shoot him a link. He want to hear it. I don't know if he might be working right now. He might not be available for me to shoot a link. But if he want me to shoot him a link, y'all already know. Hey, we right here. We ain't going nowhere. We right here. But and like I said, if Knockout want me to shoot him the link, I'm right here. All he got to do is say the word. But anyway, this Errol Spence and Terence Crawford shit, y'all. I just shake my head like, real talk. Here we go with this shit again. And I'm only talking about it is because I know y'all want to talk about the shit. And I'm keeping it 100. I'm only talking about it because I know y'all want to talk about it, right? But it's like, I'm just shaking my head at this bullshit news. And I'm not going to waste no time. It's some bullshit. You dig what I'm saying? Like, the news is just strictly some bullshit. It really is. I'll read y'all, right? I'm gonna read y'all the news with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and then we gonna cook on it. Cause it's like, man, here we go with this bullshit again. And that's just what it is at this point in time. Michael Benson, he says, Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford talks are reportedly still going on in the background at present. So you mean to tell me that these motherfuckers that don't have nothing to do with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, they know what's going on in the background in their personal lives. But I'll continue. So Errol Spence, Terence Crawford talks are reportedly still going on in the background at present. It's claimed there remains a remote possibility it could happen next. A remote possibility. That shit sounds interesting. A remote Okay. They think they slick with the wordplay. But Spence versus Keith Thurman remains far more likely as things stand, according to Mike Carpenter. Okay, I got you, Knockout. Let me finish this bill real quick, and then I'm gonna drop you a link, and we can get to what we got to get to. Keith James, salute. I appreciate you. Ain't nobody want to show me no love today. You know what I'm talking about? Don't nobody want to refresh the super chat. Ain't nobody hit the Cash App and support it. But we gonna keep going. I see how y'all do. Keith James, I appreciate you though. But so right now, let me read that one more time. Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford talks are reportedly still ongoing in the background at present. Hey, these dudes is funny. It's claimed there remains a remote possibility it could happen next, but Spence versus Keith remains far more likely and stands as things stand. What did they even actually say? Nothing at all. But of course, everybody want to run with that shit and act like, oh, did you hear that? Spence versus Crawford, that fight is still on. They in the background negotiating with you. This is some bullshit. Like, this is Mike Carpenter is just putting out a story so he can have something to talk about that everybody else is gonna run with. That's exactly what that is. It's a story that's fresh because ain't been no story with Terence Crawford and Errol Spence came out in a while now. Get the boxing world talking again on some completely false shit, but you back it up by saying, right? You back it up by saying Keith Thurman and Errol Spence remains far more likely still. What did you actually say? He didn't say shit. He don't know what the hell is going on in the background. How does Mike Carpenter know what's going on between Terence? Who told him that? Nobody told him that shit. So with that being said, like I said, man, it's crazy that it's like, here we go again with this bullshit. Terence Crawford and Errol Spence are not fighting next. They're not. They probably won't even fight. You feel me? Terence Crawford and Errol Spence probably won't even fight each other. I don't understand when people gonna see that Terence Crawford don't want to fight like that. He don't want to fight. Jay Miller says, salute. Heard you getting calls. Hey, bro, you crazy as hell, dog. He said, salute. Heard you getting calls. People can't super chat. Had to refresh it. And salute to my man Jay Miller in the building, man. Refreshing that super chat. The real Axel Philly says, $2 holler for the refresh. I appreciate you. Appreciate that, my dude. And Josh Turner in the Cash App, man, I appreciate you. He said, there you go, talking that boxing again. The fight is not happening. I mean, I know that here we go with the whole saga again, with us going on here back and forth, motherfuckers making videos every day, making up shit about how they negotiating in the background and What is Keith Thurman going? It's just this shit is like a fucking soap opera. And here we go again. Like, I'm actually tired of this shit. And it give me a headache having to go through all of this shit over again when it ain't finna happen. But, hey, Ricky Williams say keep hope alive. Ricky, keep hope alive? Nah, not you, Ricky Williams. Mister, the fight ain't fucking happening. You mean, Mister, the fight ain't fucking happening? Now it's talking about some keep hope alive? And salute to Ricky Williams once again. Come on, Ricky. You know better than that. Come on, Rick. Rick, you know better than that. That shit ain't happening. The only thing that's happening is a bunch of fucking news on some what if and sources said. That's the only thing that's gonna happen. A bunch of fucked up news on a whole bunch of what ifs and a whole bunch of sources said. That's it. Like, I'm gonna knock out this link, because if y'all think that report that y'all heard holds any type of weight, bless your heart. Bless y'all hearts. That's all I can say. You know what I'm talking about? That's all I can say. It's like your motherfucking mama used to tell you, your grandma used to tell, bless your heart, child, if y'all think that shit real. That shit don't hold no weight like an anorexic female. No weight. KG, what's happening with it? Big KG Alexander off in the building. He said, salute to my dog, Big Key. I just stepped in the room. Salute to everybody in the chat and hit that motherfucking like button. It don't cost you nothing. And man, appreciate you coming through, man, in that Cash App supporting and showing love to the channel. Yes, sir. But Knockout, I sent you the link. You said you were super available. I'm super waiting on you. I'm going to send you another link just in case you didn't get it. You know. You know what I'm saying? Hot links like a concession stand, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm sending out hot links like a concession stand. We here. But Rick Ted says, yep, I'm gonna always keep hope alive till it's made till it's made known otherwise. For none know that's my motto, and he laughs at me every time I say it. Shit. I don't know what to tell y'all, man. Shit, I don't know what to tell y'all. Keeping hope alive is like the Dallas Cowboys coming every year. My Dallas Cowboys coming every year telling you that they gonna win the Super Bowl when they lost 10 of their best players and shit every offseason. But they gonna come back and win the Super Bowl. That's what keep hope alive with this Terence Crawford and Errol Spence shit is to me. At this point, it's like, come on, man. Nah, Leon Robinson, me and Knockout, we disagreeing on some whole other shit that 9 times out of 10, you probably gonna agree with Knockout. Cause y'all don't like Ryan Garcia. But we gonna get into it if Knockout grab that link, but I don't think Knockout gonna grab that link. So we gonna continue to move on because Knockout ain't grabbing that link. But y'all smash the like button, matter of fact. Y'all smash on the like button. You feel me? Smash the like button. Let me see where the likes is at. Let me see where the likes is at. Y'all got to get the likes up. It don't cost nothing to hit the like button. It's free. Now let's see where y'all got the likes at. Yeah, y'all get the likes up. Get the likes up. Hey, my man Ricky Williams says I've been sliding in Alicia Baumgartner's DMs in the background too. Eventually, I'll get with her. Yeah, right. You feel me, Ricky? Like these dudes, man, these reports, man, they be killing me, dog. They been killing me. See, I know what knockout slick ass trying to do. Oh man, we can debate on my channel. No, we not. We're not doing that. I'm not going on nobody's shit debate, and we gonna get it in while we get it in. That's just is what it is. Yeah. I mean, I'm a fan of Ryan Garcia and Tank. You know what I'm saying? I want to see the fight. I don't have no hatred towards Nan Fighter. You know, I think that they both they both do great things in the ring. I do got Tank winning the fight. You feel me? But I think that both fighters want to fight. And I think that Oscar De La Hoya don't want to fight. And that's just is what it is to sum it all up. Ryan wants to fight. Tank wants to fight. Oscar don't want to fight. So, you know, you can run it back, though. You know what I'm talking about? You can run it back, and I had a whole cook on that. I cooked on that whole situation. And like I said, like I always do, I'm going to call it straight down the middle. Hold on. Knockout in the building. Knockout. He finally grabbed that linky in the building. When he found out we wasn't going to be able to make no debate about it, he was like, fuck it, I'm going to hop up here.
Yeah, man. You know, I don't even know what we disagreeing on, but I'm sure we'll get.
But we remember, you cooked, dog. I listened to the show on Sunday. Yeah, I listened to the show Sunday morning. You know, great show with KQKC and Knockout Boxing 86 TV. If y'all don't watch them on Sunday mornings, y'all need to watch it. Two of the best in the game doing it. Two of the best of the game. To me, you know, best combination doing it. And great show. But
appreciate that, bro.
You pretty much know where I'm getting at, Knockout. I told you that, you know, hey, I was listening.
Oh, you talking about yeah. You talking about Tank Ryan.
I listened to your cook. And I told you, hey, you know, hey, I'm coming on Monday and I'm gonna cook you on this situation because I think that you was on some bullshit. You know, I think that you was on some bullshit. I feel like that you are a Gervonta Davis fan, so it's kind of like, you know, when it comes to that situation, you're gonna be a lot of biased. You know, everybody knows that Tank is your favorite fighter. And I think that you got some bias when we all can see that it is Ryan Garcia. It is not, we all, my bad. We all can see that it's Oscar De La Hoya. It is not Ryan Garcia that is trying to get out of the fight. I'm telling the truth, Knockout. Me, myself, I said it when y'all were saying the fight was going to happen. When y'all were saying that it ain't going to be no issues making this fight happen, Knockout, I've been telling y'all the whole time. I said, this is what's going to happen. And exactly how it's playing out, I've been saying that Oscar was going to try to wiggle his way out of the fight. He don't want to fight, you know. And you also disagreed on the rematch clause situation. And my whole thing was like, man, fuck it. Give them the rematch clause and call they bluff. And you was like, don't give them shit. They you know, but we passed that because they did what I asked. They called it bluff. They gave him a rematch clause, and now he's coming back and he's making more excuses. You said that that Ryan could use the Muhammad Ali Act. And from right there, I'm gonna let you go ahead and cook on it, and then, you know, I'll go.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, that way all these Devin Haney fans tell me if he got a better offer that he could do that. But I don't even care about that. My main point is this, bro. And this is the main thing that I'm trying to say. Like,
wait, hold on. I'm sorry to interrupt you. My bad, Knockout. I apologize.
You good.
Zulu Lion says, give Tank his credit, Keon stop it. What in the fuck is you talking about, dog? What are you talking about, homie? Like, come on, Zulu Lion. Like, you gotta explain to me what you talking about. Did you hear me discredit Gervonta Davis in any way?
Nah, I ain't heard you do that. You just we just disagree on Ryan, how bad Ryan really want this fight. Now, I just seen the last 2 hours he told Tank Davis, stay focused, champ. We got a fight coming up because they were talking about Tank Davis in the wheelchair, which Tank Davis just debunked. But here was the point. Here's the point that I'm making to you, or that I'm trying to make to y'all, is that if the fight don't happen, I need Ryan Garcia the same way that he just tweeted at Tank, the same way that he got them the little thing where he doing the boxing and showing the speed, bro. If we can all see Oscar De La Hoya is bullshitting and that he lying and that he keep contradicting himself and making shit up and shit, then I need Ryan Garcia as the person that y'all are telling me really want this fight and he ain't trying to. Don't be complicit in the bullshit, bro. He needs to be on Oscar De La Hoya's helmet too. That's all. That's the only point I'm making. Like, if you ain't on his helmet, then I can't help but wonder why. Like, are you complicit with it? Are you okay with it? Because you know that you can read like we can, Ryan. You know damn well that man said that it was just a rematch clause, and then they claimed to have gave him the rematch clause and sent the contract back to him, and now he's saying that it's some more shit. So I need you to speak up. I need you to say, nah, hold up, bro. We need this fight. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Ain't no more details. We agree. Like, send that shit back over. I agree to everything. I need you to be knocking down the door. The same way that everybody wanted, and I agree with y'all on this. Like when Floyd and Leonard, when Leonard would say some bullshit, like, well, Teofimo Lopez, it ain't no big fight for Tank. Or Devin Haney don't sell. That ain't shit for Tank. When we heard Leonard Ellerbe on his bullshit, what everybody want Tank Davis to do, and we was right to want it. We want him to speak up against that. Nah, bro, don't let them talk for you. They making you look bad. They making you look like a duck. They making you look like you don't want no smoke when you doing that shit. And so I'm applying that same logic to Ryan Garcia in this situation. Look, bro, Oscar's out here bullshitting on the grill. He out here fucking up the fight. He lied to us, number one, and said that every time somebody win, they make him an A side. We know that's a lie. But he also told us that was the only holdup. Now we got these reports that the PBC has sent you a contract with the shit that you asking for if you Oscar De La Hoya. They sent you the shit. And now you coming back and you saying it's some more shit on top of that. And I don't hear Ryan Garcia going at Oscar over any of it. That's what I'm on, bro. If you really want the fight, then you don't need to be complicit in that shit. You need to be doing what we want all these fighters to do. The same thing that you praise David Benavidez for, I praise David Benavidez for. What does promoter do? Samson. He came out, he said some bullshit about we need all this money or we ain't ready for this, we ain't ready for that. What David do? Man, you got me fucked up. I'm ready. I want that shit right now. I don't know what he talking about, but I'll take the fight. I'll fight him. I don't know what you. So I'm asking Ryan to do that same shit. Otherwise, I'm looking at you sideways, like, bro, like, if you letting him do this shit, then did you really want the fight? Because you just let him do all this bullshit and say all this bullshit and fuck the fight up, and you went silent. I need to hear you talk. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's the only point that I was trying to make on Sunday, and that's the only point I'm trying to make to you right now, bro.
Okay. You cook, right? Right now, you cook, but you flamed his ass on Sunday. It was a lot more to it than that, but you know, if y'all want to see Knockout Flame Ryan Garcia, make sure that y'all go and watch the show with him and KQKC that they did yesterday morning. Because, you know, if you missed the show, and then you'll see where me and him pretty much coming from. But you put more into it than that. You really cooked his ass. You blame him, you know, being as much as Oscar De La Hoya. Much of the blame is Oscar De La Hoya because he don't want this fight. Right?
Hell yeah! If he don't say nothing, then yeah, I was on him yesterday, and I'm gonna be on him. I'm gonna be on him some more. If he don't say shit, I need to hear him talk and go against Oscar De La Hoya. Yes, 100%.
Okay. Now, one of your things was that you don't hear Ryan Garcia flaming Oscar De La Hoya in the public. Well, the thing is, Knockout, is you don't know what Ryan Garcia is doing in the public with Oscar De La Hoya. I mean, in the background, right? You saying that you need to see him get on Oscar and basically, you know what I'm saying, beat down Oscar's throat more. Well, those things that you don't do in the public a lot of times with your promoter, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what he's doing behind the scenes. The reason why we are getting this far in negotiations, like I said earlier, is because you have Gervonta Davis really wanting to fight on the PBC side. Because you have Ryan Garcia really wanting the fight on his side of the street. So if he wasn't in Oscar De La Hoya's ear, we would never get this far in negotiations, because I think that me and you can both agree, and everybody can agree, you see Oscar really don't want the fight. He's doing everything that he can do behind the scenes to kind of sabotage the fight, but then he's going out in the public and he's staying on top of the story, so it makes it look like that he's doing everything that he can to make the fight. Would you agree with that?
Oh yeah, I agree with that. No, like 100%. Like I can't put, like I want to put that jacket on Ryan because of his past, but I ain't all the way there yet. I still want to hear him say something, and I don't know what. Shit, I ain't got no sources. I tell y'all that all the time. I'm a fan. I try to analyze this shit. I ain't got no sources, so I don't know what the fuck going on behind the scenes. Hopefully, he is doing what you say he do, but I can only go off of what we know. As far as Oscar De La Hoya, since he is stupid enough to talk in public, he definitely trying to railroad the fight. Like we agree 100% on that. He is trying to fuck this fight up, just like he did Monkey and Charlo.
Okay, bet. Let me finish this cook though. So we pretty much both agree on that, right? So we agree on that. Now, what I'm saying is that in order for us to get a fight like this far in negotiations, right? You have to have the fighter that was pressing to get this shit done in the first place. You have to have the fighter behind the scenes pressing to get it done, because if we agree that the promoter really don't want to fight in the first place, well, if the fighter was on the same page as the promoter, we would never get this far in negotiations. You know what I'm talking about? Because it would have been very easy for both of them to be on the same page with each other and then point the finger at the PBC and say, well, me and Oscar, we doing everything that we want to do to make this fight happen, or we reached out to try to make the fight happen, but they weren't really trying to make it happen, so we're going to move on and we're going to fight such and such. Like, we wouldn't have never got this deep in the negotiations if Ryan Garcia wasn't pushing for the fight. It's kind of like Box Talk. I see you in the building. Seattle Rick, what's happening with it, homie? I see you in the
Box
building.
Talk. What's up, homie?
Yes, sir. It's kind of like with when you got, just delusional fans that come out and tell you that, oh, Errol Spence never wanted to fight. They tried to give Terence Crawford an offer that they know that he would refuse. He never wanted to fight. When that shit sounds stupid as fuck, because we would have never even got as far as they got in the negotiations if Errol Spence didn't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't have never got that far. So going back to this Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis situation, like, I really believe that, yeah, the only reason we've gotten this far in the negotiation process is because you got both fighters that want to fight. Now, as far as Ryan Garcia in the background, what he's telling Oscar De La Hoya in the background, I believe he has to be in the background and he has to be on top of Oscar, because it's easy for Oscar to come out with any excuse, because because look, it's like this. If you don't fuck with Oscar De La Hoya, you're not going to fuck with him. You ain't going to believe what the fuck he's saying anyway. But he does have a big fan base and he has a big fan base. Ryan Garcia has a huge fan base. And it's easy for the people that do fuck with them to believe what they gonna say anyway. You feel me? You ain't gonna change their mind anyway. So it'll be easy for him to come out and say, look, hey, we did everything, we don't have time, they don't want to fight, let's move on. But he's trying to act like he wants to fight because his fighter then told him, get this fucking fight done. I've already agreed to everything that I'm supposed to agree to as the fighter, right? The fighter agrees to, well, he want me to wear and I'm just giving examples, right? He want me to wear these gloves. I agree to wear these gloves. He want me to fight at this weight. I agree to fight at this weight. He want the ring size this big. I agree to that. He want me to walk out first and he want to walk out last. I agree to that. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that, right? All of that shit that affects the fight. Well, I'm a fighter. I agreed to all of that. Gervonta said he agreed to all of that. Now, the rest of the little shit, as a fighter, I don't have control over that. You feel me? I don't have control over that. Tank, just like I said, and I'm keeping it 100 straight down the middle with both fighters. Like I told y'all when they came out with the rematch clause, that Tank is demanding for the fight to be on Showtime if he lose and all of that shit, right? I told y'all on several occasions, that ain't Tank doing that shit. Tank ain't worried about none of that shit. Tank is training. He training and he put that in their hands for them to do all of that shit. All that extra shit you hear, that's what his network and them is putting in. Tank ain't giving a fuck about none of that because Tank is not focused on if I lose. You definitely can't be going into a fight this big and focused on, well, what if I lose? That's the shit that the promoters do, right? And the managers and all of that. So I say the same thing for Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is not going in this fight worried about, oh, well, you know, we fixed the rematch clause, but it's other small minor details. That's all Oscar De La Hoya. That's De La Hoya. He trying to get out of the fight. And that's what you see is somebody that's trying to get out of the fight, but he wants the public, the general public, to believe him. So he's doing all of that shit on social media. So he can get out in front of the story. So in his mind, he already know he don't want the fight. He already know he's two steps ahead. Okay, well, if they call my bluff on this, now I got this. Now, if they call my bluff on that, now I got this. Now they send the contract. Now it's taking too long. Now we got to go elsewhere because it ain't enough time for us to fight in April anyway. You see what I'm saying? He got to play. You know what I'm talking about? He got to play already. And so, but it's his job to make it look like to the public and to his fighter that he's working for the fighter. He working for the fighter. The fighter training now. At this point, the fighter is training now, and the fighter is depending on Ryan Garcia. I mean, is depending on Oscar De La Hoya to be working for him. But Oscar De La Hoya is actually working for him, meaning himself, because he's the one that's going to lose more if Ryan Garcia go out there and get knocked out early. Now you fucked off. Now your whole investment is fucked off. Now, am I saying that Ryan Garcia is going to go out there and get knocked out early? I'm not saying that shit, but I'm saying that Oscar De La Hoya, being his promoter, he got that shit in the back of his head. He knows that it's a possibility. You're facing somebody like Tank, and he haven't hid the way that he feels about Tank. Tank is a beast. Tank is a monster. So we know how he feel about Tank. He ain't hit it. So he knows it's a possibility that Ryan Garcia could get clipped early, get knocked clean the fuck out, and now I just fucked off my whole investment. Everybody gonna call this dude a fucking supermodel now. Everybody gonna say that he was fucking, you know what I'm saying, built up off of fighting nobodies. That's what's gonna come. So that's why he don't want to make the fight. And is he smart as a promoter, trying to wiggle his way out of the fight, but at the same time trying to make it look like that he wants to fight to his fighter and to the public? That's smart. He ain't keeping it 100. He not keeping it 100, but it's smart business to say, you know what? Let me keep my motherfucking fighter away from this dangerous ass fight a little bit longer if I don't, right? That's a if I don't fully believe in my fighter like that yet. And he don't fully believe in Ryan Garcia yet. Ryan Garcia believes in himself when it comes to Gervonta Davis. Now, for some reason, Ryan Garcia believes in himself when it comes to Tank. And I'm going to give y'all an example. Ryan Garcia didn't believe ever, and he still to this day don't believe that he can beat Devin Haney. For some reason, he don't believe he can beat Devin Haney. So his energy towards Devin Haney was a lot different. He don't believe he can beat fighters like Shakur Stevenson. Do I think he can beat Tank? No, but he believes that he can beat Gervonta Davis. He believes that he can win that fight. He believes that Tank is the style that's going to give him, the best possibility to win. So his energy is different. That's not knocking Tank Davis and saying that he can't beat the rest of those guys that I named. But Ryan Garcia, energy is different with him. He believes in himself. That don't mean that his promoter believe in him. You dig? And that's all I'm saying when it comes to that situation. But go ahead, Knockout.
I mean, bro, like you said a lot, bro, and a lot of it was 100, and I can't disagree with nothing. I'm gonna keep it real with you, and I'm gonna keep it real with everybody in the chat. I ain't got no reason to lie to y'all. The reason I'm coming from where I'm coming from is because of Ryan Garcia's track record. Like, that's why I hold him to a different standard. That's why I'm asking for even more of him than maybe you'll hear me ask of a fighter who don't have the track record that he have. So I ain't gonna lie to y'all or sugarcoat nothing. It's like with Key, like if I'm doing the show and Key tell me that he gonna come to the show or he gonna do a debate or something, I don't have to call him 5 times or 100 times or nothing like that. Because every time he's ever told me he gonna do something, he done did the shit. Other people that I've tried to get on debates or I've had to reschedule or they had to do this and do that, yeah, I'm gonna call. Hey, bro, you still showing up? Do I need to make other plans? You still gonna be able to make it? Because that's what they have showed me, that I might need to check on them, that I might need to treat them differently than I would somebody like Key or somebody like Money or Right Side. My brothers that when they say they coming, they come. Now, that's why I'm at with Ryan Garcia. Like, when it come to him versus somebody like Tank Davis or Devin Haney or Shakur Stevenson or Jesse Bam Rodriguez or even you know what I'm saying, Errol Spence or Wilder. Like, I believe when they say they making a fight or they trying to fight on a date, I believe them. I can go with that shit because they actually have done what they said they gonna do. And if they had to cancel some shit or pull out some shit, it's typically either injury or it's because of the other person. So that's why I don't require as much of them. With Ryan Garcia, you got to stay on top of the shit, bro. You pulled out of fights for bullshit reasons. You was trying to be the interim champion when it came to Devin Haney. You know that you just pulled out of your goddamn tune-up and tried to put it on Tank and them. I remember all of this shit. So when it comes to Ryan, bro, that's why red flags pop up all over my head. That's why alarm bells and shit start going off, because I know what he's done in the past. I remember the fucking Manny Pacquiao goddamn banner that he made and shit. Like, I remember all of that shit. And so looking at it from that lens and that perspective, bro, when I hear Oscar De La Hoya on bullshit that we know is bullshit and I don't hear Ryan correct it, red flags go off and fucking, alarm bells start ringing. But you are right. If he had never pushed for the fight in negotiations and shit, they wouldn't have gotten that far. If he hadn't pushed for the fights back in negotiations, they wouldn't have got as far as they got. And then he pulled out and did what? The whole Manny Pacquiao shit. So I agree with everything you're saying up until this point. But where I'm coming from is that over like Thursday or Friday, when Oscar De La Hoya got that new contract that supposedly had everything he wanted on it, and then boom, he went the other direction. Oh, well, now I got a couple more points. I got a few more shit. I know Oscar is bullshitting and he don't want to fight. But because of Ryan's track record, if he wants my trust as a fan, you got to jump on top of that shit. And if you hadn't done all the bullshit you did in the past, then I wouldn't even be acting like this. I wouldn't even have this motherfucking attitude. So the stance that I'm taking, bro, from now on, bro, with Ryan Garcia, what we saw with Jaime Munguia and all the ducking he did, what we saw with Terence Crawford, with all these fights, bro, I'm going to stay pessimistic, and then I'm going to be pleasantly surprised if the shit happened, because I'm tired of being optimistic about some shit, and then the fucking fight don't happen, and I'm disappointed. I'd rather be pessimistic and pleasantly surprised than fucking optimistic and then be fucking sad or disappointed that the fucking fight didn't happen. That's where I'm coming from. But I don't disagree with nothing you said. I ain't putting this on nobody else, bro. This is my opinion. Y'all ain't got to ride with it in the chat. I don't care who agree with me or disagree with me. Shit, I state my opinion regardless. I need to see more from him. I hold him to a higher standard because of the shit that he's done to us as fight fans in the past. And I'm real enough to let y'all know that shit. So that's what it is with me, bro. That's all I got on it, man.
Yeah, and I absolutely know that, and that's with most people, right? They hold him they look at him like that automatically is because, you know, of his track record. But one thing that people like to use all the time is the Manny Pacquiao situation, because it's known that he pulled out of the Tank Davis fight, which knockout, me and you know, let's keep it real. You know what I'm talking about? 100. Let's keep it 100 all the way. We know ain't no possible way that that fight was going to be made back then when they were supposedly in negotiations. There ain't no way that
Mayweather and Oscar here. Yeah.
Ain't no way that Oscar was going to let that fight happen. So whatever took place with that Manny Pacquiao situation, right? Ryan Garcia actually thought that he was going to get a Manny Pacquiao fight. That wasn't no shit that Ryan Garcia made up. I've read an article on several occasions. Also, Money Brown TV, he read the article on several occasions where Manny Pacquiao people came out and they admitted that they did reach out to Ryan Garcia. That wasn't a lie. So Ryan Garcia, he took the TMZ, he took everywhere, and he was like on some 99 boo-boo shit. I got a Manny Pacquiao. He did the same shit that Terence Crawford did when he thought that he had a Manny Pacquiao fight. This is true. He was on some 99 boo-boo shit. I'm not fighting Tank. I got a fight that's bigger than Gervonta Tank Davis. I'm fighting Manny Pacquiao. That wasn't nothing made up. It was a whole article where Manny Pacquiao people admitted it. But the thing is that they was trying to fucking Oscar De La Hoya. He didn't want to fight Manny Pacquiao, but I think they initially came at him and they had talked about it being an exhibition bout. Remember that knockout? They had talked about it being an exhibition bout, right? And fans was like giving pushback with that shit. Like, how the fuck is two active fighters gonna fight in the exhibition bout?
Yeah, I remember that shit like it was yesterday. You ain't lying. You ain't told no lie.
Like, how the fuck is two active fighters gonna fight in the exhibition bout? Like, hell no. You know what I'm saying? At a catchweight at that. Like, why are we watching two active fighters fight with 16-ounce gloves on, fucking in the exhibition bout, and it wasn't gonna go on neither one of their records?
Yeah, this was when Manny was still, he hadn't been stripped yet. He was still champion. People like, shit, you got Terence Crawford and Errol Spence breathing down your neck and you about to fight Ryan. Yeah, I remember that shit.
Right. So when that happened and then they came back, Manny Pacquiao people came back and they was kind of like, nah, we want a real fight. After they seen that the fans wasn't really going to rock with that shit, we want a real fight. And all of a sudden, that shit was off. And we know what happened. Once Oscar De La Hoya seen that exhibition shit wasn't going to happen because Oscar was the one that was pushing to say, we could do an exhibition, you know, it doesn't have to go on neither record. Bruh, it's like fans is not going for that shit. Pacquiao, he wasn't going for that shit because he's still active, and now that shit fell through.
Well, this nigga Ryan Garcia, 23 years old, they were trying to put him in an exhibition. Get the fuck out of here.
Right. So with a lot of people, honestly, right, with that situation, people got out in front of that story. And they told that story, but they didn't tell the part. They left the part out when Manny Pacquiao and his team, in an article, they did an interview and they admitted that they actually did reach out to Ryan Garcia. And they was trying to make a fight with Ryan Garcia. They left that part out. So the only part that people got was that Ryan Garcia, he must have been making up the Manny Pacquiao shit. And he pulled out of the Gervonta Tank Davis fight because he was clout chasing Tank. He was clout chasing Tank and he pulled out, and then that's just what it was. But it didn't make it no worse, right? It didn't make it no worse when he came and then he actually did pull out of a fight, right? So it looked a lot worse on his part than it really, really was, right? Because keep it 100. At that point in time, anybody is going to, all them fighters, they was all like Pacquiao. So at that point in time, yeah, you definitely going to take a Pacquiao fight over a Gervonta Davis fight. when Tank wasn't as big as he is now at that point in time. So he really thought that he had a fight bigger than Tank. But it made it look worse than it really actually was, if you want to keep it 100 and tell the truth about the story, when all that shit fell through. Now Tank is like, fuck this dude. I'm not fighting him. We thought we was going, we thought that we was going into negotiations for a fight, and now you didn't chunk the middle finger to me, told me F me, and ran off of Manny Pacquiao. Nah, you can't come back over here now, right? Now he's left with a Javier Fortuna at that time. And then he actually pulls out of the Javier Fortuna fight. Love says clickbait. Well, how about we click your ass right up out of here? Bye. Anyway, so like I said, what was I? Oh yeah. So like I said, he's left with a Javier Fortuna fight, and he pulled out of a Javier Fortuna fight. Somewhere in between, they was talking like that they were gonna fight JoJo Diaz. Well, that shit just never happened. But a lot of fighters do that shit. So he didn't got blamed for some shit that was legit. Then he got blamed for some shit that he actually did, because he actually pulled out of a Javier Fortuna fight. And then him and his promoter, they was pump faking a goddamn a fight with JoJo Diaz that just, they was never in negotiations, I don't think, but they was acting like they wanted to fight JoJo Diaz. But fighters do that shit all the time. Devin Haney do that shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? He'll tell you, he'll call out this opponent over here and act like that they gonna try to make a fight, and then 2 days later, they got an announcement with another fighter. That's what the same shit that motherfucking Ryan Garcia did with the
just real quick. Ryan Garcia and JoJo Diaz were supposed to fight, but Ryan pulled out, talking about his hand was injured. So remember the Javier Fortuna, Javier Fortuna shit. He was talking about the mental health issues. Then the JoJo Diaz shit, he was talking about he hurt his hand.
Okay. I stand corrected. But he did have a hand surgery, didn't he?
Yeah. I think. He said he got pictures and shit, so we got to go off of that. Yeah, he said he had a hand surgery, so that's what we got to go with. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so I appreciate you correcting me on that. It's been a minute, so my timeline. But would you agree with the Manny Pacquiao shit? Was I right on that?
Yeah. You was right. You was right about the Manny Pacquiao shit. It's just it's the Javier Fortuna shit. It's the it's the Javier Fortuna shit. And because of the Javier Fortuna shit, like right when you had your mental health, then now you come back and now your hand hurt, and so people just look at them. It's just hard to get with that shit. Like, bro, it's always you. Like, it's always something with you, bro. Like, it's always you, and you telling the truth about it. Like, it's just hard to get on board with that shit. That's why it's that side eye shit with him, man. Like, you gotta get out there and you gotta show us, bro. That's where everybody at with him. Then he goofy and shit, and the social media shit he be doing. Like, a lot of boxing fans and shit, that shit kind of weird and off to us and shit. And he don't act like how typically your A-level prize fighters that we used to seeing them act and carry themselves. So it's just hard. It's hard to take him serious and take him at his word, bro, because he done so much to where, like, I ain't gonna take you at your word no more, but I will give you an opportunity to show me. Like, I am not naive. I ain't stupid, and I'm not biased, bro. If he get in there with Tank Davis, bro, like, I don't give a fuck if he win or lose, bro. He should get everybody respect. He should get everybody fucking respect. So it's just, you got to get there, bro. Like, because at the end of the day, whether you wrong, whether Oscar wrong because of what you did, people going to attach that shit to you, whether it fall out because of Oscar or because of you. People going to attach that shit to you because of your past, bro. It just is what it is, man.
Yeah, and my man said Knockout a walking encyclopedia. And that's why I asked Knockout, was my timeline right? Was my timeline messed up? Because I know Knockout gonna keep it 100. That's why when I hear Knockout cook on the situation, right? Honestly, and I'm like, okay, this is Knockout being full of shit, or Knockout. I think that Knockout being biased. That's why I be ready to, get Knockout up here and go back and forth with him, because I know at the end of the day, he's going to keep it real. You got other people, it don't matter. They'll know they'll know some shit and they still ain't gonna keep it real. That's how it's able to keep it real, you know, at the end of the day.
Man. These niggas be like, hey man, Terence Crawford, man, he didn't duck Errol, man. You be like, hey, bro, he had a contract, he ain't signed that hoe, man. What happened to that? Oh man, shit, you know, hey man, it was Errol fault. Like, nigga, I can't deal with niggas like that, bro.
Right. You know,
you can't
like
that
shit have a logical conversation or a logical debate because you know they ain't gonna keep it real, dog. But yeah, you know, so that's the facts. It just comes down to he really just ducked out of one fight. That was the Javier Fortuna fight, you know, and he used mental health. Did he have mental health? Did he have shit going on? I can't say he didn't have nothing going on, but it just all comes down to a bad look. Now, when the fighter get hand surgery and they show that they got hand surgery, you can't say that they ducked out of the fight because they had hand surgery. That's just like Jermall Charlo. He had to get hand surgery. He showed that he had to get hand surgery, so he didn't duck out of no Costa Zoo fight. But you still got people, even though Jermall Charlo don't have a track record of doing nothing like that, you still have people that's gonna say that he ducked out of the fight and he's faking the hand surgery. Fred Hawthorne.
Which, bro, just real quick, it ain't Jermall's fault. It ain't Jermall's fault, and it ain't Ryan's fault, bro. I blame boxing for that shit. Like, everybody should just have to like have a standard thing that they have to do to show that they really injured. Especially when you so close to a fight and fans done paid their money to come to the fight, hotels and shit. Being a boxing fan is way more expensive than being other sports fans. So I don't blame Jermall or Ryan for that. You should have to show, because you know this, bro. It's too many times, and I can name a bunch of fights off the top of my head, and I ain't gonna take the time to do it now. But it's too many times where a motherfucker to be like, yeah, my back hurt. Yeah, my shoulder hurt. Fight's off. Got to postpone the fight. Nigga ain't got to prove to you shit. They ain't got to send you. They ain't got to show you no goddamn. They ain't got to show you no receipt or whatever. And then the promoter or whatever, they'll just tell you, oh, the event's still on, so you can still come watch the fight. Now, I know you might have paid for this fight to watch AB. I know you might have paid for this fight to watch Dillian White or whoever. But shit, we still got a fight card going on. So now you can't get your money back, but you can still show up. So that's where that shit come from, in my opinion, bro. Like, people just gonna because if you Jermall, if you Ryan, no matter how many fans you got, you gonna have some haters too. And so when you got haters like that, bro, people are gonna be like, you faking the injury, you this, you that. When in reality, they could just standardize the shit and make it to where everyone, bro, like if you hurt, if you injured, you got to show that shit to the commission. A doctor need to come and tell everybody how long your recovery is. People need to ask follow-up questions to get to the bottom of whether or not you on some bullshit, bro. That's what happens in all other walks of life, bro. I can't just tell my job I'm sick. You know what I mean? I gotta give them some paperwork and shit. So if they could do that, then I think all that shit will go away. Cause like you said, Jermall Charlo ain't never did no shit for no, like he ain't ducked no smoke at 154. But people was like, yeah, bro, we know you went in there with Castano twice, and Tim Tszyu is less experienced, but he fight just like Castano. We seen you master that style of fighter, but let's just say you pulling out a Tim Tszyu because you trying to duck a Tim Tszyu fight, bro. You hurt your hand trying to duck a Tim Tszyu fight after all the fighters you done fought. Man, if you don't get all the way the fuck out of here, bro. Like nobody believes that, but they should at least have to show that they really injured so that all this shit will go away. And then if anybody say that, then you know they full of shit and they just hating. But it gives credence to people when they say, oh man, you faking the injury or this didn't really happen. You pulling out because of ticket sales, and then there's no proof to prove that they lying. They can just run with that bullshit ass narrative, whether it's true or not, bro. So that's a boxing problem, in my opinion, bro.
I agree with you. But you know, I see that y'all block best videos. Don't block him, because see, now y'all fucked up the cook because you went and blocked him because you didn't like what he said. Don't be blocking nobody in this motherfucker if you just because he came through and said that Jermall Charlo is a duck and PBC ain't got no money. Because now I'm trying to drop him a link. And cook, and now you didn't block him. You ain't even let me, you know what I'm saying? Let me get to that part. You can't block nobody just because you ain't like what they said. Because I was finna cook his ass.
JK, you don't need no help, bro. You don't need no help. You got
it. I'm gonna drop the link. I don't know if he can still grab the link because they didn't timed him out or muted it. I don't know what the hell.
I seen him a few times. He a
So,
comment guy. You can drop it. I don't think he'll grab it. Prove me wrong, best
I'm
videos.
dropping the link.
Yeah, prove me wrong, best videos. But he always in comments.
Don't nobody grab that link. Don't nobody grab that link but best videos. And me and him can have a discussion. If you still in here, best videos, if they ain't ran you off, if you able to grab the link, grab the link. Only best videos. Don't nobody else grab the link and come up here and regurgitate the shit that you heard over there at Barbershop Conversations.
Hey, real quick, y'all. I gotta run, Key, bro. It's been fun as always, bro. Keep cooking, y'all. Smash this man like button, and I'll see you next time, bro. I'm glad to have you on these streets, man. Cooking and shit. And y'all, please, bro, go check out the fucking David Benavidez interview. That shit was exclusive. That shit was fire. If you haven't looked at it yet, Keon did a great job in that interview. I suggest y'all all go check it out, bro. Real shit. But man, I appreciate you, bro. I'm gonna get out of here, man. You keep going. I'll holler at you later.
Let everybody know before you go. Let everybody know when you'll be coming on. And yeah, knockout. I'm gonna be coming on now. My time is 12:30, 12:30 Pacific time, 1:30 Mountain, 2:30 Central, and 3:30 on the East Coast. So that's the time I'll be on every day cooking. And
that's what I need. You know, I need that afternoon work, bro. I be over in front of this goddamn computer going crazy with the damn paperwork and shit I got to do for the job. But yeah, man. In case y'all ain't know, I'm live on Mondays too now. So we done extended the schedule. I'm live Monday night, Wednesday night, and Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. And then as Key told y'all when I first come on, I do a morning show every Sunday morning with KQKC. At 9 a.m. Central Time. We switch platforms, so you got to subscribe to me and KQ so you can know who platform we're going to be on each Sunday. But we live together every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. I hope to see y'all all tonight, man. But at the very least, hit my man's like button, sub to his channel if you're new and all that shit, man. And, bro, you keep cooking and keep doing your thing. Much love to you and everybody in the chat, and I'll see y'all next time, bro.
Appreciate you, Knockout. Go sub to Knockout if y'all not subscribed to him already. And, G-Ball say drop the link to the interview. Just go to the channel. Just go to the channel, go to videos and scroll down, man. You're going to see it. It's right there. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and y'all check out the David Benavidez interview that I did. I got like 2 of them that I split up, into the topics that we was cooking on. And then I dropped the full video. So, all of those are up for y'all to watch. Another great show. I'm not going to hold y'all no longer because we will be back tomorrow. Like I said, tomorrow I will be back on at 12:30 Pacific time, 1:30 Mountain time, 2:30 Central, and 3:30 on the East Coast. We're going to be cooking every day. I still got a lot of things to cook on. Watch out for the videos because I'm still going to be dropping more heat, more videos for y'all, more news, and another great show. I appreciate everybody coming in, supporting the channel, and y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again, and I'm gone, y'all.